Well, it's official. Griffins head coach Todd Nelson is headed to the NHL now to work with the Dallas Stars.
24-hour News 8's Larry Figursky, who's also part of the Griffins radio team, talked to Nelson today about the tough decision to leave.
Yeah, you wouldn't think it was, but it was a really tough decision for him. Pretty emotional one as well. As much as Todd Nelson wanted to return to the NHL, and that has been his primary goal for a long time now, Grand Rapids has become his second home, a place where he spent a large portion of his both playing career as a player and as a coach. Nelly, of course, led the Griffins to 3 straight playoff appearances as a head coach, including the team's second Calder Cup championship last spring. But he also spent 4 years as a player with the Griffins and later an assistant. He also coached and won a championship in Muskegon with the Fury. He signed a 3-year deal with the Stars. He gets to go back to the NHL. He gets a nice raise, yet still told me today he spent 3 days pacing around his living room wondering if he should actually leave Grand Rapids.
How difficult is it to leave this place, the city, not just the team?
Very difficult. It's just very tough. A lot of good people here. Have a lot of good friends. It's a great city, but I just felt that this is a time for just another chapter in my life. I feel that I have to go back up there and stay current with the system work and the players and you know, get some more NHL experience. I think that's the last thing on my resume that I really need is to be more experienced at the NHL level. And so I'm very excited.
And he should be. I met Nelly covering the story when he was the first player ever signed by the Griffins. That was 22 years ago, dare I say. So like a lot of people, I'm sad for us, but very happy for him.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. We got the Duratio and Nelly.
Yeah, that's right.
Are they looking to keep this job in-house, Larry?
They might be. You know, there's a couple different names that have been thrown out there, and obviously there's no official list out yet. But I have heard and learned that the Wings did speak with current Griffins assistant Ben Simon, that guy there. Now, to what level, we're not sure, but I do know Ben took a lot of responsibility under Nelly, especially this past season, did a ton of the pregame scouting analysis and game planning, and certainly has become head coach material. He also played parts of 4 seasons in the NHL, by the way, with the Blue Jays and the Blue Jackets and Thrashers. Did play 1 season with the Griffins in 2006-07 and was a head coach in Cincinnati in the ECHL. Has also been an assistant coach in the AHL with both Toronto and now Grand Rapids. And the other name, and I know you guys talked a little about with Jack yesterday, we haven't heard any connection to the Wings yet, but that would be former and longtime Griffins assistant Jim Pack, who spent 9 seasons here in GR before heading up the South Korean National Olympic hockey programs 4 years ago. He did tell me before the Olympics, when he was back here visiting in West Michigan, that Grand Rapids is his home. It's where his kids grew up. He's very well respected, and perhaps Dan Watson as well. He's the head coach of the Toledo Walleye. But this story will continue to develop as that search begins, which I'm told is underway.
Underway.
Yeah.
A lot of possibilities.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll see.
You see that emotion, too.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
For all of us. He's moving up.
Yeah. He's
all sharing.
He's got a really good opportunity for him, too. He wants to be a head coach in the NHL, and this may be a quicker way for him to do so.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Thanks,
Thank you, Larry.
Sure.